Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on. Double check my live stream and find a replay. Kick it. Twitter is going. Last Monday I had an issue for things going all too well in the live stream. And looks like things are getting a little bit hiccups as well. YouTube's going, Twitch appears to be going. Rumble, need to pull that. Appears to be going good. Go ahead and find a replay. Looks like there was some sort of patch notes that came out. No, I actually didn't see this set of patch notes. A little bit curious. Meantime, got some replays here. What's that lag spike? What the hell? Not liking my stream. I think just the game bugging out. Oh, that looks a decent length. A little bit curious about the patch notes. Maps. The balance. Balance and bug fixes. Spring Gold. Oh, let's see. Spring Gold attack speed improved. Attack damage reduced from 30 to plus 70 versus Siege. And Naval to plus... Oh, so Spring Gold's a weaker but attack faster? Interesting. Need to have a look at that math in game. The Mangonel's range armor increased. Culvern's attack speed improved. Its bonus damage is decreased. SB's range armor increase, Trebuchet's range armor increase, Cannon, I don't know that sort of thing. All civilization, Abbot's, we're seeing plus 3% gather rate instead of plus 20%. Abbot's dynasty? Oh, I thought it was always plus 20%. The tooltip's always said plus 20%. Looks like that may have been incorrect this entire time. That's good to know. Because I read, and that's what it said if I read. I'm a bit curious about the Mongols, since I play Mongols. John Dark, Mongols. Improved wheelbarrow. Maximum resources carried increased from plus 7, plus 9, so goes from plus 2 carrying capacity to plus 4 carrying capacity. Still not worth it. Oh, I can worry about reading those later. My apologies. Let me double check my other computer, make sure live stream's good over there. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. And looks like everything's good to go. I probably can always look at the patch notes themselves on the stream itself, but that's not necessarily what this channel is about. It's more about replays rather than balance patches, but I could do that? Maybe I should do that. In the future, in the least, let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as a Red Deadly Sultanate, we have Elonia. Spawn bottom right side as Magenta Mullions with Liquid Demu. Last weekend I did have a bit of troubles with recording, and it seems like the recent patch may reset some video settings, but it looks like everything's fine. So maybe I'm a little bit too hyper-focused on that at the moment. I feel like there's some lag spikes here and there. Let me just double check something. Graphics, graphics. Conclusions down. Looks like he's fine. Actuality, I do have stuff related to that. And for me, since I have a 60 FPS monitor, I don't actually need to go too high in FPS. Or a 60 hertz monitor. And that does feel a little bit smoother. Yes, I use VSync because while for regular gameplay, it may be better to not have that stuff turned on. But when it comes to recording and for for your viewers, it does actually make it a bit more stable. So I focus on quality in the stream rather than quality in me for my own enjoyment. Just things I noticed. By the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit too distracted. The Malian player, of course, has got the mining pit on the field, and something else as well looking on the map. We got 3 gold deposits and 3 stone deposits all up here, and large in the middle. So a good expansion direction for the Malian player is northwards. In fact, the second gold deposit can be right here, while the following gold deposit can be set right there. The mining pit, I should say. And there's also stone here, so a good spot for a keep wouldn't be half bad here as well. The deer deposit's back behind, as well as way over here, so this is a safe deer deposit for the Malians. Delhi's Sultanate side of the map, the gold and stone a bit more scattered, and the gold and stone sort of also spawned over here as well. Don't worry about boar, the Islamic, so they can't collect the boar. But there's deers over here as well. They do have a deer deposit nice and safe. Their 2 natural wood deposits are very close to their town center, while one spawned way out there. Counterpart, same thing for the mines as well, with them actually smaller wood deposits relatively close by. Great spot for a trade house, high trade house, but none of them are roofs. We do now the monster quarry now being deployed on the field, and the Tower of Victory. Looks like Red does claim some sheeple. A good number of sheep are there. Granted, he does a lot of Islamic nations tend to go for berries first, since they do have improved berry collection and all that sort. Mining camps and another house there, so he's gonna get some good gold collection now very soon. Going for more mills, going for probably some cattle in the near future. We do have a blacksmith being pulled on field, as well as stable. Blacksmith's going to be useful for, of course, the various Delhi Sultanate for your research. And the stable also is going to eye for some Ghazi Raiders. He, of course, can counteract Ghazi Raiders with Donzo, or engage them with warrior priests. Not warrior priests. Warrior scouts. Or you could try for some sofas, but Ghazi Raiders do hit a little bit harder versus heavy, so it may not be a good match between the two. Can't remember the exact comparisons between the two. Ghazi Raider does have 120 health, 12 damage plus 2 at 2 attack speeds, so imagine that a 7 DPS versus sofas, barring the armor as well, which they have inherent 2/2 armor in this age. So about 5 damage per strike, or 5 DPS, nothing too significant. It wouldn't be like that, it would be 6 DPS. We do have that scout going down. We got Red, Scout, and other Ghazi Raiders. Got a good number of Ghazi Raiders being put on the field. It's one designed to plot the counter of the Donzo. The Donzo is an excellent spearman variant. Not only do they have a little bit extra armor and health, they also do have good spear throw ability. That spear throw ability does do plus double damage versus cavalry. So the Donzo are excellent versus the horseman raids of the raiders. But we do have a stream of archers now being put on the field to engage the Donzo. Warrior scouts do not get bonus increases range unless they're veteran warrior scout, which is a castle age variant for them. So he may need to mix him some sofa against these archers, or go with some javelin throwers. Could try warding them away with an outpost or 2, or pull outpost, I should say. Donzo will get a good volley there. This Donzo does receive a good volley and does go down. And now Red's starting to capture up some of these sacred sites. Does get a good number of cattle inside the cattle farms. And that villager will get nailed. Only Donzo being one field. Mulligan's house do have 50% less health, while costing 50% less cost as well. Not 50% less health, 33% less health, while having 50% less cost and supports 50% less population. Overall, there results a bit more tankiness for a cost of resource compared to other civilizations. But when I'm playing as Mongols, I always love to play against Mullians because a lot of extra houses to raid and tend to be a bit more exposed. And at least a secondary hit mine. Now I got some javelin throwers now being queued on up. The number of cows, based on the formation of everything here, he's going for the Grand Fulani Corral and not for the Falambia Garrison. Or he just was getting them set up that formation in case if he wants to go to the go for the Grand Fulani Corral and may still eye just the Falambia Garrison instead. All sacred sites have been captured by Red, which also gave them quite a bit extra coin from those sacred sites there. Down throwers get a good volley there. They have 3 range arms at the moment. This one does have the +1 range damage, so they do 3 damage per arrow against javelin throwers. We may see the archer going down. Does have the archer. We may see a volley of javelin throws onto this guy's ready. No, looks like they're all on cooldown. And there may have been enough javelins there to kill off that Ghazi Raider. Got a number of the Ghazi Raiders sieging down the pit mine now. Got the replacements for the Mulligan's pit mine there. The Mulligan player does have 10 javelin throwers, soon to be 11. 13 Donzo. Those are javelin throwers in front. Nice volley there. Where are the javelin Donzo? Looks like they're scattering across the map. You may could just leave 1 or 2 right there. The fastest response unit is with the Ghazi Raider, and Donzo will do just well versus them, but just fine. One player does have plenty of population housing for the time frame, but losing all this housing will put him down by 15, 30, 35. Make that 30 more, so he does need to save some of the housing and he gets some of that replaced. Donzo Raiders or Donzo trying to hit those villagers, but they're getting hit by those archers. 1 6 side has been decaptured, so doesn't worry about that as a victory condition against him. 1 Ghazi Raider does get hit there, trying to pursue these various forces. A handful of Donzo turn engage. He's not moving engage with a handful of Donzo. Does get a volley there. Scout down. Javelin thrower is taking some arrows. Ghazi Raider is turning around. He has a handful of Donzo here. That Donzo will get annihilated. Good volley onto that Ghazi Raider. Does see another hit there. Donzo starting taking hits. More of the archers getting hit there. Very nice. Money Pit under fire once again. Javelin throws does ward them away for the time frame. A handful of the housing does stay alive, enough to keep his population just fine. More javelin hits there and across the Ghazi Raiders. Archers keep focused down there. Coach trying to collect up a coin or gold. Wrong game. does get some hits there, turning around. Javelin throwers sort of need to turn around and fight. They just need to engage. They do have a little extra range from the archer, so he's just trying to keep his range advantage, which is not a bad idea. We got range damage armor for the Malian player as well, which will help his javelin throwers engage the archers. The archers do have semi-health. While the javelin throwers against those archers will do 13 damage, so make that 12 damage per hit, and thus, remember 72 is divisible by 12, so it will reduce the number, all it takes to attack an archer by going with that range damage increase. Some of these villagers are getting hit there by the Ghazi Raiders now. More of the Ghazi Raiders are going down. Those lose a couple more villagers. The Malians themselves have cut off 5 villagers. But the Malians do have access to the cattle ranches, so they do have some good income as well as the mining pit. Deadly Sultan has all the age 2 research complete, while the Malian player does not. Local Doggo does not get his head pats. Archer does go down there. We've got a couple Ghazi Raiders and archers there. Mining pit, let's see, has still plenty of gold onto it to collect. He does not have a sofa here. Sofa does have 2 melee armor. The Ghazi Raiders would do 11 damage per strike. Or no, 13 damage per strike. Sofas do have 155 health. Ghazi Raiders have 140 health. And the Sofas do have attack of 16 and higher attack speed, so they do have a higher DPS and more health as well as more armor compared to 1v1 combat. Sofas do also have cost 180, while the Ghazi Raiders do cost 140. Offline maps suggest they're probably cost equivalent, but that's just an estimate in my mind, which could be entirely wrong. Granted, the Sofas also do offer a bit of armor to help engage opponent's archers as well. They do also do plus, what, 2 damage, 1 damage versus infantry? Just plus 2. Nothing too significant. Something just helped hit the archers a little bit better among all their infantry. Villagers now potentially can go down. Does take an archer hit there. Single Donzo here for defense. Red's starting to fall back there. Red has an army of 60 versus an army of 46. Red is now starting to eye to age up. This does not result in a tech advantage until later, because since the Deadly Sultan get their research for free, it takes an extreme amount of time. If somehow the Deadly Sultan does pull off a timing attack or they get a tech advantage, it means the Malian player is really far behind. Sofas and Dons will push forward. Sofas now, or Dons is now trying to engage the Ghazi Raiders. Javelin throwers getting some good damage down the various archers. It's good it's not focus firing because it will definitely overkill. Ghazi Raiders are still moving around. Javelin throwers do have pretty decent damage, so they can punch harder versus the Ghazi Raiders as well. They have 3 range armor versus 9 damage, so 6 damage per strike. Red's now falling back there. And Red does have the Sacred Site of Victory as well, or at least counting down. He is getting some good gold from those Sacred Sites as well. That's basically all of his gold income at the moment. Yep, that is literally all of his gold income at the moment. He's now going for some man-at-arms. We do have some Mustafadi warriors now on the field as well. She is camouflaged forward, but she will quickly go down. She's classified as light melee, so she will receive bonus damage to the archers. The Malian or Deadly Sultan is now trying to mix in some crossbows. They do offer a bit more of a quality spike than trying to upgrade its archers at the exact moment. as well as they do offer some counter play against the Sofas, being anti-heavy. Lancer now being employed on the field as well, another high quality unit that does actually one of the few things that does allow the Deadly Summon to pull off a timing attack. Though granted, they can't mass number them immediately like any other Age 3 unit. And arms do get focused down there by the javelin throwers, very nice. Sofa does find some of these villagers. First one will go down. Javelin throwers too trying to pursue these forces, doing excellent work here. Able to outrange everything. And how's their movement speed? Their movement speed is actually archer speed and not other slow like man-at-arms or longbow speeds. He is getting a number of kills on these villagers there. The single Sofa's doing very, very good work. Another Lancer does go down, focused down by the javelin throwers. He's doing a great job of microing these javelin throwers. Actually good number of Lancers here, as well as a pair of outposts. And the Sofa's now been detected. He already killed off 5 villagers there, and soon to be 6. He will pull ahead in villager count, thanks to the efforts of that single Sofa. Let's call him the Sofa King. The Sofa King. Man-at-arms now charging the way forward, trying to engage these forces. Man-at-arms taking some fire there. Sofas do bonus damage to them, and more just helps counteract the armor. But not entirely at this moment in time. One player is not aged up, and now we do have the Grand Fulani Corral being put on the field. Lancers push way forward, all the villagers have been pulled off to build the Grand Fulani Corral. The Lancers could try charging on in, might as well. Does get a group of those villagers inside the town center. Sofa is here to body block. No, he does not. And now pulls back all the villagers outside the town center. It does go towards the town center. The Lancer's not very well microed there. And the Lancers do go down. He may have cut off one villager there. It's hard for me to tell. That maybe that one there, or that looks like a Sofa. Either way, the Grand Fulani Corral is now complete. The research is still on the way. He has researches Age 3 archers, the veteran archers research. Still has regular spearmen, not even hardened spearmen at the moment. He may want to get that queued up. The Malian compositions tend to mix in a large number of Sofas, so getting those spearmen upgraded sooner rather than later is actually very important, I would say, for the Deadly Sultanate. Additionally, there's also Age 4 landmark to give you more food per research you've already researched, so that tends to combo quite well. It's free, might as well go for it. Imported armor now being researched, as well as the veteran Musfati warrior, the anti-armor specialist for the Malians. Something's... Oh. I just had to check something over there on my other computer. Sofa's now pushing the way forward. We'll find the Imam, or Scholar I should say. Lancers do take a bit of damage. Notice the veteran Musfati warrior research. The veteran Donzo is already in the field. Does throw a number of javelins there. Oh, got a number of Sofas here. Let's see, this is being upgraded with the Spring Gold, not the fortified outpost at the moment. Sofas right now do have 7 armor, so those arrows, extra arrows, doing 1 damage each. In other words, basically nothing. Sofa engaging the Lancer there. Lancer does get impalement on a villager. Getting some hits there. And also the Lancer will be cleaned on up. Red does lose a man-at-arms here. We'll lose a couple archers as well. Gotten quite a nice size force here. Over here, we do have the sofas pushing forward, getting some damage. Lancers engage some of these villagers. Got a round of walls going, or not walls, houses going up for the improve the mining pit. Red has killed off a good number of villagers. He must have got a good number there. Man-at-arms here in good numbers. Does hit some of these villagers. Over here, we've got just more javelin throwers trying to hit the scholar. Red's man-at-arms push forward. Now he's going to fortify this area for keep. There's a lot of stone here to get a lot more keeps. Since it went for the compound defenders, keeps also a bit more cheaper as well, as they are now an alternative to the town center. And total resources, they cost less than town center as well. So going for mass keep for the Deadly Sultan is a good idea. It will spike his villager production quite a bit. Don's now pushing forward. They do have, of course, one inherent of melee armor, making it a little bit more reasonable to the tanky front line for his forces against these man-at-arms. Got another jam throwers or archers and crossbows in the back line there. Jam throwers trying to pick off some of these units. More jam throwers here, picking off some more of the extra units. Sofa does get impaled there, and looks like the gentle sword and fall back now. Takes out one more crossbow there. The rest of these forces falling back. Magenta has a force of 66, opponent has a force of 36. The quality is in favor of Magenta as well. Up north, we've got a good number of sofas up here, able to overwhelm these fortifications. Has spring gold and fortified, but there's quite a bit sizable force there. I mean, you've got small strike forces here and there. Osirata does go down there. Man-at-arms falling back with some crossbows. You have to see Magenta string forces all across the map. He's really feeling this economy thanks to Grand Fulani Corral. Able to get quite a bit extra resources going. Got 15, 13, 17, so it's about 2,600 resources per second. His opponent right now is going for quite a bit of stone right now. That's why he has enough for another castle or keep. But he will be able to deploy another defensive fortification out. He can deploy out stone walls and the gates as well as towers if you ever so choose with his infantry. And Red does back the game now. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Got another decent length replay here. He threw some Byzantians. What change were there? Wandering Towns Ram damage. Sorry, I'm just curious about the patch note says for these factions. Maybe I should look at that. See what for the Rus, the update was. You know what, I'll just bring it over here since it was a recent patch. Let's see. Oh, that didn't keep this spot. Wandering Town damage increased from 50% to 25%. What's my resolution so weird? Like, that's how it was. And it gets big. Restart my computer, message did something funny. And for the Byzantians. Let's see. The Creo siphons reduce costs from 250 wood, 100 gold to 200 wood, 100 gold. Health reduced. I heard those chariot siphons are more expensive RAM. I don't know if that's a great change there, by the way. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the south side as the Red Byzantines, we have Ilona, however you pronounce that. On the north side as the Magenta Rus, we have Liquid Demu. And since we do have a Rus player on the field, let's switch out of caster mode, go to the not caster mode to take a look at the trade bounties. Both Magenta's deer spawned right here. Red does have one here and here. Magenta does find a local doggo. We got pair of scouts now being put up at the hunting cabin as well, which is providing 10 gold per minute. It's actually not a half bad hunting cabin at this moment in time. Actually, this map has a large number of small tree deposits, so hunting cabins could be very useful. I mean, placing one right here could net you quite a bit extra gold, for example. Now the wolf will be going down there. It does find one deer deposit. You may be aware of this one. The deer here are dead. These deer are not dead. You have a cistern, just a single cistern. And is finding a good number of wolves. And does take out those deer. Grand Winery now being employed on the field. You know, I was thinking if you were to put it between the middle of these two berry bushes, maybe affect them both, but I don't think that's actually the case. If you took a look at this map, we do see 2 gold deposits and 2 stone deposits down here for Red, so it's great expansion direction for him. Magenta has both gold deposits right here, and 1 large and some stone deposits more in the center. Overall, all of Red's resources are a bit more consolidated, barring the deer and the boar, but the gold, stone, and some berries are all very congested in the bottom right. I do have now the Kremlin now going on up. He does have 265 gold, which means he has tier 2 trade bounty. This deer has been spotted there, or been cleaned up. We'll probably need the high trade house to get tier 3 trade bounty. If he puts a nice little bite in the trees here, the high trade bounty can get more, or high trade house will get access to some more trees. Got a round of stone walls or stone aqueducts not being floated on the field. Villagers have activated the Equatory defense against scouts. It's probably not really worth it to even engage like that. But either way, does put the Grand Winery here. Currently no military units on the field, barring the scouts. Maybe a good idea to go for an early night. Kremlin is here. Got these villagers heading up north. Looks like eyeing for a secondary town center over here. Maybe they're gonna try to claim Pumba. Or is now being claimed up here as well. Magenta will need to get out another hunting cabin, which will put it right there. It's actually not half bad hunting cabin spot, which will get some good gold generation. Scouts scouting around, they could perhaps take time to torch down that mining pit. Secondary towns that are being built out on the deer. He could also enrage the boar to attack the town center and then clean up Pumba. Red finds another round of sheep there, not bad. Whenever deposits original sheep deposit. And now we've got the Western mercenary contracts now being flown in the field. He could have gotten some Sipahi into mercenary crossbows. Rus tend to go for a large number of knights, horsemen, Streltsy, Age 2 archers. So the mercenary crossbows may not be half bad. He could try for some mercenary royal knights, mercenary horse archers as well. To be honest, mercenary Sabali doesn't seem too half bad. Just tend to go for an H2 early knight archer, and Sabali will give him something a little bit heavier to hit the archers and be heavier against the early knights. We do now have the survival techniques now being researched by the Byzantine player. And Boar is now being cleaned on up. And now we got Boar being obtained. He does pull back that villager in time. And sent that villager on to the deer. I just saw the veteran Lumentari research. Got now the longbowman being pulled on the field, as well as some Lumentari. Trying to torch down the mining camp. The longbowman will easily keep these scouts at bay. Does go for a round of wooden walls around everything. The scouts can, of course, break down these wooden walls themselves. Town center can fire back, but it has to be garrison villagers. We have a wooden force here with an arrow slit research. And now I've got these villagers heading up over here to clean up the deer deposit, I believe. Or high trade house not being pulled out there. Maybe they're trying to be tasked to build the high trade house, but then second guess himself. Putting it more right here would be better. I think it'll cover more trees. Let's go and fast forward the moment. The Byzantine player does have a small group of military units in the field, but nothing too significant. Current rate, hopefully the Rus player does go for a large wave of man-at-arms. Regular knights wouldn't be half bad as well. Does spot the Lumentari and the longbowman. Has opportunity to grab some relics as well. Barracks now being built. And Pumbaa has been claimed. We transition to these berries here, but eyeing for just a bit of wood. And he does spot this stuff over here, or maybe he is just trying to rotate around. Horse archers deployed on the field. Horse archers are a relatively rare unit. They do offer great base damage, 12 base damage. They do cost 120, so they're not that too expensive. They have a health of 85, so nothing too significant compared to archers or veteran archers, which have what? Veteran archers are like 90 health. They do offer good base damage like crossbows. They offer more mobility than crossbows. They do have 4.5 tile range. Attack speed is the same speed as crossbows. They're basically mounted crossbows without the bonus damage. They do have very similar health to the veteran archers, so they do have to rely on the higher damage and less range compared to regular archers. The wooden force is taking some fire there. Lumentari being warded away. Those are trying to try to repair up the wooden force there. May just want to pop off one villager to get them repaired on up. Punches try to destroy the wooden force entirely. Does start the mass repairs there. Oh, we got another man-at-arms out in the field as well. Doing some good damage there on the retreating forces, scouts included. sort of. Something noticeable about horse archers is once they get the mounted training, they can activate it to get +2. It says gallop, which suggests speed. Activate the move at max speed, so it sounds like a move for speed and get +2 tile weapon range for 8 seconds. And at +2 range, they'll have 6.5 tile range. If I remember correctly as well, they still have the research. Not well since I last seen horse archers in the field. Yep, they still have the, and also increase the weapon range, horse archer range by 1, unlocks gallop ability. So it would increase the range by +3 in total when gallop is active, in making them even have a longer range than even long bowmen. That can be something very useful. They may not be able to hit and run like Magadai, but overall, the extra range makes them a bit more flexible than Magadai, though more micro-intensive. Some of those villagers do go down there, very nice. Men-at-Arms does get picked on off, rest of these forces now falling back, taking a bit of damage on everything. And a training, is that Imperial Age? Yes, it is Imperial Age. It's been a very, very long time since I last seen somebody build horse archers. They're very, very rare. They're a good item to hit against both heavy and light. They just have a good base damage, though the attack speed is, of course, a little bit slow. But they're actually a good accompanying item to go along with your knights. Since they can follow knights, they can offer a bit of extra damage at range to aid in knights. They do have the same movement speed as knights as well. So don't be afraid to mix horse archers in with your knights. But we do have a very rare composition of men-at-arms horse archer. I think he wants a low micro unit to go along with men-at-arms, perhaps. But the men-at-arms are also sort of more or less a low micro unit. Maybe he just wants a bit more of a journalist unit to support out his men-at-arms. They do also have wood cost rather than gold cost, so they are very well. No gold means gold efficiency for the crossbows. In comparison to his opponent's crossbows, they do also too have 12 damage, same attack speed, the 0.5 extra tower range, a little less health. In actuality, crossbows do also have the same cost of 120. So against light targets, horse archers and crossbows are equal. Though horse archers can be affected by Boyar's Fortitude and do also have 5 additional health, but they do receive bonus damage from the veteran horse archers that does do bonus damage versus range, and these are ranged units. So against light targets, horse archers actually are pretty good. You can find, and seeing your opponent may not go for mass men-at-arms mid transitions, mixing a couple of them. Transitioning them in an interim could be also quite useful before he starts switching to something else, mass production. He's now going for Warrior's Fortitude, which will increase the health of his horse archers by 25. I think people sleep on horse archers by too much. Let's just leave it at that. And if he wants to make his opponent burn gold faster than he can, horse archers are just a great way to do that, since they don't cost gold. We do now have the siege engineer research on the way. Siege engineers are now complete. He can pull back or use his archers and crossbows and use them to build some batting rams. His opponent is still not to point out a good number of heavy, so going for more horse archers rather than crossbows is still a good possibility. Not to mention, his horse archers have now just more health, so they're just simply better as crossbows than the anti-light roll in almost all aspects. The only way they're not that's better is that they will take bonus damage from spearmen. But you try to avoid getting hit by spearmen in the first place, and then mobility will aid in that. We've got a large round of fortified palisade walls not being pulled up by the Rus player now. A couple outposts here. I suppose a horse archer can't build siege weapons like crossbows. So get some damage onto these barracks. Very nice. Luminari should be focused on pretty quickly, but he's eyeing for more infrastructure damage. Bannerram still creeping the way forward. Horseman eyeing for a counterattack. Got a Cataphract and Horseman over here as well. You have a Kremlin here with 10 charges still available. So he does have access to that powerful defensive tool. But the villagers collective deer up here could get hit. There are 4 villagers in this area. Not a whole lot of deer remaining either. So he may lose them all. But right now, Magenta is doing great damage for his opponent's infrastructure. The Gunborn Tower's producing a round of longbowmen. Over here, got more horsemen and cataphract. No outposts in this region, barring this one over here, who's being upgraded with spring golden placement now. The primary towns is about to go down. Got a small Byzantine force there. Now got villagers getting hit, but they're being intercepted by some men-at-arms. You just need to kill off these 2 landmarks, and Magenta will win. Villagers still getting hit there. These forces not properly being moved over here. Does have the horseman. Cataphract will be next. Magenta does have a larger force in the field. Red has a smaller force. Bannerram's getting drawing some fire from the various archer forces. Not good for Red. Maganel is about to get overrun by spearmen. Does pick up the cistern there. Very nice. Breaking the cistern network. Not like it was connecting anything much in this direction either way. I do not have the Maganel deployed on the field. Magenta's starting to fall back there. Should have a small force here. Yes, he can actually a bit more than small force. He does leave behind his crossbows. He can probably detach his horse archers from this formation, let them run back home while leaving his crossbows to die. Magenta is taking time to regroup his forces. Horse archers being microed on back. A number of spearmen charging the way forward. Does not get connected by the spearmen. Magenta has a nice force here, regrouping. Red's pushing forward. Horsemen going to be picked off relatively soon. More archers and crossbows here. Longbowmen firing away as well. Down south, just wooden fortress stuff. Now got the militia deployed on out in the field. Help bolster Magenta's force. 22 militia can add up quite a bit. Militia do have another 25 seconds before they die from a heart attack. Red crossbow. Nope, that's a spring gold hitting the towers. Got a number of archers here, horsemen and cataphracts way forward. The cataphract may want to trample his way forward to the back line. Militia have mostly been cleaned on up, and the rest should be dying from a heart attack now. All the militia are now dead. Crossbows, his one's crossbows still on the field. Now got a Cryo Siphon on the field, Cherio Siphon. Man-at-arms charging way forward. Got the Maganel. Maybe we'll get a great hit there. Maganel did not get a good hit there. Far from it. Mangonel taking massive fire from the man-at-arms. They managed to power through the villager's repairs. Horseman will be engaged the man-at-arms. Should be taking that out. Fire siphon still drawing some fire. Melee vulnerability increased damage by 20%. I don't think it really needs that as a debuff anymore. Mangonel rolls a massive miss there as well. Red's Mangonels have not been that useful this game, has it? Oh, and he's trying to hit the horse archers in which they're doing some great jukes. Should definitely hit this ground, more stationary force than trying to hit the horse archers. Red's force is non-existent. Magenta has a very sizable force in the field. Horse archers could try to eye for some villagers. Looks like Magenta stole some stone there. They could eye for proxy keep. Both these are ones upgraded with spring all placement, getting some damage there. Unlikely these villagers will get that outpost build. Villagers gonna be shanking Plum's villagers. Does cancel the keep there. There's a bit more than the first stone cast. Those villagers will go down. Joy does get another round of longbows in the field. 2 rounds of longbow. Going for more longbow now. Process will be going down. Looks like Red has held. Thanks to a good round of mercenaries. And rest of these forces not being focused down as well. Magenta does need to take time to regroup. Magenta almost has enough resources to age up. In fact, he has a massive reserve of gold. The High Trade House right now is providing not a whole lot of gold per minute, 150. Oh, and there is the High Armory, being accompanied by a handful of siege workshops. This will give them much needed and necessary mass production battering rams. He has plenty of wood. In fact, he has plenty of gold and wood, so going for a round of Mangonels could be very useful, I would say. Mangonels are, of course, good versus structures, and Springald damage has been changed. It does now do plus 60 rather than plus 70 versus siege weapons. So let's just say it does 90 damage. It was still 2-shot opposing Springalds. A large number of siege weapons have actually gained extra range armor, just as Mangonels. Mangonels now have 30 range armor. Does it take now 3 shots to take out a Mangonel rather than 2 shots? I need to take a look at that. Oh, there's Mangonel right here. Mangonel has 140 health and 30 range armor. Rio Cypher trying to hit the keep now. Does 90 damage, so 60 damage per shot versus Mangonel. Yeah, we'll take not 3 but 4 shots to take out Mangonel now. Oh, that's actually very, very different. No, the attack speed is much higher. The attack speed is improved by 25%. Or 33%, goes for like 4.212 seconds to 3.12. But in theory now, it should take 4 shots to take. Oh wait, no, it should do. So yeah, 6 damage per shot. So it will 3-shot Mangonels rather than 4-shot Mangonels, or 2-shot. And right now, the Springalds with their high attack speed makes it a little bit more useful against infantry. Makes it also a little bit more generalist. Still not a great item to use against infantry, but it's a little bit more useful. Magenta has now all 6 sites captured up, as well as all relics. Keeping this on the map, got a big wave of Grease Axle, lightweight beams, and battering rams. High armor, of course, reduce the cost of units by siege workshops by 20%. Costing 160. Shouldn't it cost like 200? Wait, did battering rams get a cost reduction? I could have sworn battering rams cost 250. Am I really that out of date in this game? I could have sworn battering rams cost 250. Or maybe just going crazy. But now his 160 wood battering rams, he is going to be pumping them out like crazy. There's going to be a tide of battering rams, isn't there? Also going for a good wave of Schultzy spearmen. Here comes the battering rams. That's going to be very hard to deal with all of them. The keep has a bit of damage there. His forces try and push way forward. Got a bit of fire here, so some of his trophies been set on fire, but the damage they receive over time is nothing too significant anymore. Battery rams will go down, or the Criocyphers will go down there. Springald's trying to deal with the battery rams now. Springald's higher attack speed while lower base damage will make it so they're a little bit easier to deal with battery rams, probably. And Red is back to the game now. This Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. And this recent patch has made the menu move pretty slow. Why it's doing that? Like right now I'm getting 4 FPS. Oh well, it's just the menu. Nothing too critical. Oh, but trying to find these replays. Oh boy. Okay, whatever it is, it did even out a little bit. Here we go. Delhi Solomon versus Byzantians. And somehow the loading screen's faster than the menu. Yeah, something must be taxing the background on the menu. Tripod trying to fetch information doesn't really need to fetch. Greetings everyone, and great here. I have another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the blue Byzantians. We have Antotond. Spawn on top right side as the magenta Delhi Sultanate with liquid Dimu. Moss going on up. If you take a look at the map itself, got both the deer deposits spawn on the left side for the Delhi Sultanate. Though this one's pretty exposed out front. Granted, he can get free professional scouts, so maybe possibly go for professional scouts. Pumbaa's down here. Got the large stone and large gold next to each other on a small stone deposit. Small gold deposit up here, as well as a handful of berries. Of course, the deer. So mixed distribution. Blue has only gold, a little bit of gold and stone in the center right here, but has a pretty good dense amount of food here with the deer, boar, and berries. So this is a great expansion location for blue, and with a bit of gold and stone to boot. Quite a bit of stone, I should say. Grand winery now being pulled on the field. Cistern a little bit too far back would help improve the gold and stone collection rate, but not helping the berries. So probably needs to get a second cistern up here to help with that. And now got the Tower of Victory as well, improving the attack speed of infantry units built within Sphere of Influence. Or Grid of Influence, rather than Sphere. He's going for a bit of wood there. He may be eyeing for... Actually, going eyeing for a large amount of wood. He may be eyeing for some early olive groves. Oh, let's talk about mercenaries on the map. Trade posts. Mustafadi warriors, not going to be useful. Mercenary camel archers. I don't think camels affect elephants. Don't think these guys would be useful. Mercenary Magant Dyke would be useful if we went for the Hippodrome. And Desert Raider. Desert Raider would be useful? Maybe not. I don't think the mercenaries on the map are going to be super useful for the Byzantine player. Not like many people go for the on-map mercenaries either way. Aqueduct's almost complete, going for a wall there. Or not wall, tower. Byzantine player has spent all its wood on various stuff. Does have some inventory now in the field. Going for the outpost. More housing there. Another house here. It's gonna be very nice and ready for expansion of population. Delhi Sultanate right now is eyeing for some Ghazi Raiders. Ghazi Raiders are actually instead of map because I've not been paying attention. Outpost has now been built. Ghazi Raiders moving around. Blues does spot it now. Luminari ready to engage. Does get some damage. Luminari are hardened Luminari, so they get the full bonus damage. Now we got the mercenary house. Let's see. He is going for, looks like, the Western mercenary contract. No. May cancel and have gone for the Silk Road mercenaries. I just when I saw the longsword there. Maybe did cancel and gone for it, but Silk Road mercenaries now available, which will get access to javelin throwers, eventually the camel riders, and then potentially grenadiers. Let's see. Javelin throwers will be useful against archers. Delhi Sultanate players now going for some archers. They also have high base damage, so they'll be decent versus Ghazi Raiders. Camel riders will be decent versus the Lancers and Ghazi Raiders later on. And they're classified as light melee, not heavy melee. So the Ghazi Raiders would not do bonus damage to them. Grenadiers could be useful later on, but perhaps not. If his opponent goes for elephants, probably not. Definitely not, probably. If he maintains a large infantry composition, then Grenadiers could be very useful. All depends what Delhi Sultanate goes for. The House of Wisdom, I think it's called. You can get your man-at-arms plus 3 damage, as well as your Lancers. The Keshi upgrade, I think it's called. If he goes for that, then it's probably a good idea to go for Grenadiers. But until that point, I do not know. Olive Grove now full on the field. Howdy. Thank you. Do not have the Ghazi Raiders push way forward. Do have the outpost here. A couple Luminari here. Decent number of Luminari. Does get around javelin throwers. Scouts out a whole bunch of angry men. Javelin throwers will see a nice volley there from the Ghazi Raiders. Luminari does get a good volley in return. Does get one Ghazi Raider. Definitely good trade, although he did actually lose 2 javelin throwers there. And looks like the javelin throwers don't add to the value right here, so we can't trust this here. We trust it right here, though. Luminari does 15 on the field. 15 times 90 is 140? Oh boy, math like that. 40, let's see, 4 times 9 is... Blah. Let me try thinking hard how to do that math. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 90, so 135. Or, in this case, 1350 resources, which that's the blue value. Yes, it was. And so, in fact, the Luminari not even properly calculating army values here, so do not trust the army value down here when there's more olive oil based units. Because right now it looks like the Luminari is 88 rather than 90, and the javelin throwers is 0. Does get a good volley there. Archers start going down there. The outpost has been saved. Javelin throwers can some more good damage. Got a good number of Luminari here. They do have their shields up. The shield wall is active, reduce the range damage by 50%. And now Magenta is falling back. Here now being collected. House and barracks now going on up. Looks like he's only relying on barracks and mercenaries as his composition. One archer does go down. Javelin thrower does get picked off there. Golden Horn Tower now pulling the field to regain some free units. Does get a good speed race there, and there goes that Gazi Raider. Does have this outpost repaired. It is garrisoned with something. I don't think it's garrisoned with villagers, actually. Wasn't paying attention to what was getting inside of it. Gazi Raider is now getting hit significantly hard by these Limentari. Trying to hit these villagers now, the Raiders. Does have this outpost now garrisoned. No upgrades into it. This one's definitely garrisoned by villagers. Some of these villagers... Okay, we got the defense ability, and then +2/+2 armor and additional damage. So right now the damage is 8. Push a lot of them to hold the line there. Blue has lost 0 villagers somehow in this entire conflict. How did he lose 0 villagers here? He was literally on top of them. Either way, Blue had an excellent defense there. And now the Golden Horn Tower is now complete. Deadly Summon is going to be very, very far behind. He is nowhere near close to aging up. And if he does age up, he will have not a good time giving out the research. So you can always go for like men-at-arms, lancer, and crossbows, which don't require additional research like archers, spearmen, and other stuff of that sort. The Byzantine player will have an excellent time on tech advantage. Gazi Raider is getting ripped apart by the various forces. There's not many sheep are left for Blue. Just have a handful of olive groves. Outposts are going down, but it's unupgraded. Siege engineers on the way for the Delhi Sultanate, as well as more melee damage. Villager does go down there. That'll be villager death number 3. And the outpost does get burned down. Cistern's only at level 2. He is not building additional cisterns at the moment. He should eye just securing up this area. There's plenty of stone for keeps, cistern, walls, and all that sort. Battery ram's now being floated out. Magenda's going to try to close the game before it goes any further. Dig site being decaptured. There's 6 minutes remaining. All 3 of his landmarks are located right here. If Abel really win this area, he could win through by annihilation. Outpost does have Magneto in place. It does do siege damage. Does affected by range damage as well. Limentari not being cleaned on up. That is a villager right there. Blue does have some Iranian guard not being pulled on out. Limentari charging way forward. Cistern now seeing damage. Granted, it's only level 2 cistern, so it costs what, 100 stone. Yeah, it only costs 100 stone, so he loses that. It's a relatively cheap replacement cost. Barracks going for more Iranian guard. That would look complete on time. Trying to push way forward. Iranian guard gains some great damage on the battering rams. Oh, I guess all battering rams now have melee vulnerability. I think that was part of the new patch, wasn't it? They're cheaper but easier to get hacked apart now. We do now have the relic now picked up by the scholar. That'll be... Oh, he's got an H3. When did he get H3? Have I been blind? I don't remember him going for H3. I must be going crazy. He has gone for the upgrade. He's going for the Honed Blades now, giving us eventually his man-at-arms +3 melee damage. Because Sand Gallus and Lancers and man-at-arms now to help engage the Iranian guard. Crossbows will also be very good as well. I do see a crossbow in the field. He does have 8 in total. Gazi Raiders do have a bit of bone damage that's heavy, but nothing for as a hard counter, more just something to help soft counter. Now the Javelin Thrower is going to get overran by the Ghazi Raiders. Blue's melee force starting to get cleaned on up. He has the Capture Center Sacred Site there, so the Sacred Site victory is no longer in play for now. The second Sacred Site has been decaptured. Vanguard gains good damage to these various forces. Right now they do have 6 range armor. These archers doing 6 damage. They do 1 damage each versus the Varanian Guard. But he does have, of course, the Ghazi Raiders and now some Lancers to help clean up all those melee units. He is starting to run out berries here, and berries, not a whole lot of them left there. Local Doggo does go down. Since he's technically classified as Islamic, so you can't clean up Flame Pumbaa there. Berries not being tucked up there, which will give a nice spike in olive oil as well. You see the Camel Riders now being brought on out. He's also deploying out some of his own Javelin Throwers. Exile's not being researched by the Byzantine player. Ghazi Raiders moving down south, but they're very wounded. A number of Lancers, Archers, and Crossbows here. Sacred Site has been decaptured as well. All Sacred Sites have decaptured with the Belly Sultanate. Mill here has been abandoned. This one has not yet been abandoned. As it can still be claimed. Oh, good number of crossbows going down there. Camel Lancers charging way forward, or Camel Riders. Getting the debuff there. They do also good bonus damage versus Cavalry. Javelin Throwers get another good volley there. Camel Lancers, those are the Ford Engineer Company. These Camel Riders can get a good amount of extra armor and makes them very, very durable. Down south. Still clean up these Ghazi Raiders there. Gold deposit now being claimed. Ghazi Raiders have been cleaned on up. Blue has an army of 33 versus an army of 37 at the moment. Looks like he does have some shields. The shield wall still up for his Luminatari as well. Got the increased healthy ration or RT rations not being researched, giving plus 10 carrying capacity on his villagers. Luminatari engaging the Lancers, but I'm pretty sure the Lancers will actually win this fight. They had the Keshis increasing the damage output as well as being a much heavier unit than Luminatari. No Magnum placement here. Or torching on this various infrastructure. But needs to start escaping out of there. Does not have a cistern here for extra defense. Got a number of Luminatari here. This should be enough to deal with the Lancers. Does overkill that one. Get some damage on these other one. Those are a little bit wounded. Some of them are now not wounded by being dead. And now Luminatari gains good damage on these Lancers and force him back. We got a... I don't think that's... He may be trying to do a conversion ritual on these villagers. We got the Scholar charges make his way forward. Or see the Wooloo right now. Wooloo. Blue does spot in time. And no Wooloo conversion there onto those villagers. Definitely worth a shot. And now the villagers could try shanking the heretic. The relic has been dropped by the Scholar. Military Academy reading research, got the swiftness, professional scouts, herbal medicine, party rations, horse march, and hardened spearman research. Around a Byzantine player, just relying on perhaps the free camel lancers or camel riders. I'm just so used to saying the word camel lancers since Ayyubids basically taken over the scene more often than the Abbasid dynasty. You know, Abbasid dynasty I think is actually a little bit stronger than the Ayyubids due to their more powerful golden ages, in my opinion. Magenta is falling back, does have a nice sized force here. Local doggo does go down. The Byzantine player has mostly a cheaper mass force of javelin throwers and Luminari. A number of crossbows to support them, while his opponent is going for mass archers, man-at-arms, and crossbow zone. It's hard to say whose composition is better. His opponent does have a good number of crossbows to deal with the man-at-arms. Javelin throwers, of course, can deal with the archers as well as the crossbows. Luminari, of course, will be countered by the archers, which his opponent does have a good number of archers. It's actually hard to say who's actually has a better composition right now. You can't rely on the army value since the javelin throwers are not mixed on in and the Luminari are not properly represented either. That camel rider does go down. Luminari does get some damage down the Benghazi Raider. Other systems are now deployed on the field with a number of aqueducts to connect them. And looks like the camel rider will be cleaned on up. Has some damage coming out on these various walls. Blue's having Charge Time exfiltrating out of his own base, but he could pin his opponent's force inside his own base. So there's going to be a massive pin right here of Magenta's force, but Magenta's force is not going deep inside his opponent's base. Still, aqueducts, of course, are not a wall. More walls trying to be pulled out there. Blue's not closing on in. He has just closed the pocket there. Magenta's force is now trapped behind his lines. Villagers getting annihilated, however. Bit foolish there by Blue. Luminari engaging the various forces. Got a good number of the advanced man-at-arms that has not only increased attack speed but also increased damage. The Deadly Assault of his man-at-arms are very, very good at the moment. Luminari here in good numbers. Still got good range core there. All of Magenta's front line, most of it's gone down. He still has some here. All of Blue's front line has disintegrated. He has very few frontline troops now. The man-at-arms now getting some great hits there on his opponent's force. Luminari good meat shield, but not exactly a good fighter unit against the man-at-arms. Very few. Okay, looks like Magenta does pull out ahead, and Blue's force does get cleaned on up. And nothing, I will say the biggest unit that made a difference there for the Deadly Assault was probably those man-at-arms, upgraded man-at-arms. Though they did mostly go down, they did their job. And his back line is still alive, though it's not necessarily a massive threat, though he could get some villager kills. Mangonel placement. Gets some splash there, does get some more villagers, and Blue did throw away some villagers here. Magenta now has a force of 84 versus a force of 37. More javelin throwers being brought in, as well as more camel riders. Magenta does have 6-sided victory counting in his favor. Another Magno placement being researched by the Zane player. Does get a good splash hit there. Yep, it was a good battle. I thought Blue was going to get a great position there, able to kill off his opponent's force, but he could not finish up the deal because there was no retreat from Magenta. He had to stay and fight. Ground throwers getting some good damage. Archers, Osiris push way forward. Man arms push way forward. Magano placement got a decent hit there. Kamen Riders push way forward. There's not a whole lot of spearmen here from Magenta. So Kamen Riders really do some decent damage and have some good bolt. They have very little armor at this moment in time, so they are very vulnerable to even archers. Gavin throwers and crossbow in backline still doing some good work. Magenda's force started stepping up the hill. Blue's front line of Lunatari not trying to engage. He's letting his Gavin throwers do some good work, but they're right now pretty outnumbered. More horsemen would be very useful for Blue at the moment. Lunatari are, like I said, good front line, but they still need support of other units. Front line implies as a back line. We now see a Magano being deployed by the Byzantine, not a Magano placement. A regular Magano, which should be very useful against his opponent's archer composition. He still has a 71 military units in the field. And granted, some of that is inflated by the number of scholars in the field. There's still a good amount of archers as well as crossbows in the field. More Maganos now being flown out. Olive Grove down. Magano gets a great hit there. 3 Olive Groves have been torched. That Magano shot was very not good. More walls attempting to be built. He does have a bit of gold here still. This gold is in for sphere of influence, or building some walls now, right next to Magenta's walls. He does not have any walls there. They're queued up, but unable to be built. Izar Academy now being deployed on field. Does this gold deposit way over here as well? So Blue has access to gold inside the map. Magenta still has some gold as well. So both sides have plenty of resources to work with on the field. Collecting it and using it is another matter, though. Izar Academy is being built out here. For every research the Study Sultanate will has research, you get plus 12 food per minute. It also gives them 3 free scholars as a bit of rebate. And it says technology landmark, so I'm assuming that also counts as university. I also sort of forget technology building, so yeah. It also gives them a free university. Very handy indeed. You can immediately get his elite research going, throw the scholars inside of the academy. He does support up a large number of scholarly spaces. Palisade Gate receiving some fire. Got some Lunatari getting some great damage on the Ghazi Raiders. Lancer also providing some damage debuff against torches, which I believe it does debuff the torches. If he gets far enough away from the Lancer, then we can probably take a look to see if it debuffs torches, but I'm pretty sure it does. Ooh, we got some villagers getting hit there as well. Oh, looks like one of the single sites have been decaptured. Any more Ghazi Raiders back here so I can click on it for the debuff? Guess not. Or lack of debuff, I should say. Another cistern being built. More olive groves as well. Let's find some crossbows and javelin throwers. Yep, it did debuff the torches. The number of elite research are now complete. Wow, that elite research seemed like to research pretty quickly. Right now he does have 10 scholars inside. Research rate of abilities influence the Mosque or Masadra increase for each garrison scholar or scholar in all mosques and Masadras. Not bad. Wonder how the improved research rate. Pretty sure we can take a look and see the exact improvement of the research rate if we switch over to him. Active research items 16. Yeah, can't see exact percentage increase at the moment, but he does withdraw some scholars onto the field. I consider withdrawing or deploying. Deploying is probably a better term. Camel riders now engage in various villagers. The Byzantine player is now going to the Foreign Engineer Company, which should also improve some of the unique research for the camel riders. It will also give him access to some mercenary siege units. Some Neciphes could be very useful against his opponent's current composition. Wall's gone down there, sort of push his way forward now. Agonels gets a good volley there. Charges his way forward. Mangonel is firing some rounds, getting some good damage. More damage there. He's getting really trapped there, taking a large amount of extra fire from those Mangonel placements. He made some of these villagers, does have senior years now researched. Now he's sort of more or less trapped here into the corner. Scholars are healing themselves. Those are trying to run away. Blue's army's now coming in, streaming in one at a time. Got a good number of Luminatory here, as well as some Raining Guard mixing in. Sorry for that. Just way forward. Magenda's front line sort of disintegrate, has still a good amount of back line. Blue's back line's basically completely disintegrated, so has a good amount of back line. Blue should win this fight. More Mangonel placements are raining in on these various ranged forces now. And now you see a number of tower elephants now being pulled on the field. You can use some horsemen as well as spearmen to deal with the tower elephants. If they upgraded the Howdah research, they would get them crossbows. Probably a good idea not to use heavy units, so it's Cataphracts of Raining Guard. They do also have very, very high range armor, so it's best not to use javelin throwers either. Elite crossbow research on the way for the Byzantine player. The rest of these forces just being pursued. Deadly Solomon right now has 200 population versus opponents 140. He's having trouble remaxing. He does not have a lot of resources at the moment. Got the Mangonel's trick forward with Spring Gulp support. Mangonel does get a small hit down the crossbow. More Mangonel shots raining on in. This force has been cleaned on up. They're trying to push me forward, trying to hit these Mangonels. Those close on in now. And Blue does back of the game now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. Sorry about that. I'm back. think that was all the replays I can get from his... That was no possible one more. Boy, these lag spikes from the main menu. Yep, that's all the replays I can get from here. Why is the main menu so laggy? One of these things is probably lagging up the game. I don't know what though. A number of replays here. Too short. Go too short. Even... Nope. Even shorter. Could do this once. The bare minimum I would try. Short. Boy, these lag spikes. We do that one. Large amount of Deadly Sultanate. Is there, in the recent patch, was something that improved Deadly Sultanate? Oh, here we go. I'm just a bit curious about that. I do have... The boats I may have closed out of that tab. A little bit curious about something. CPU at 100%. Firefox is actually going a little bit too high process. Give me one moment. OBS consumed quite a bit of resources. Yeah, I think that menu is just drawing a large amount of power. The main menu is just drew quite a bit of power on the CPU. Weird. I'm gonna keep this up so I can take a look at what's going on. Sorry, just a bit curious. Brings a 1 and grade here for another HPower's 3 or 4 replays. Well, on top left side as the blue Mongols, we have Vortex. Bottom right side as the orange Ayubids, we have Kiljardi. I was going to say the House of Wisdom. Hopefully this patch fixed the issue with the House of Wisdom. It doesn't show the research on top right or top left, but one would find out. And that simply is time. Looks like we've got food and wood being cleaned up. He's going to for either barracks or pasture there. It is going to be a spearman rush. Let's see now. Gold balls, it's nice and far away from his opponent's town center. An outpost right here can help him deny both the gold and berries. So this is a good spot for an outpost. However, more threat you pose, the more likely your opponent's going to deploy out a larger threat, including bringing the villages off the line. Maybe going for just putting outposts right here just to proxy out the gold rather than trying to proxy out both could be a good idea. Proxy. Deny. Villagers and spearmen push away forward. And nope, that research up there is still not working. We do not have a economic wing growth, giving villagers and a plus 50 food per orchard. Outpost not being fulfilled does cancel the mining pit there. Did not get any refund. It's going to go ahead and take time to fully construct the outpost. Look at this, the deer on top of that little ledge. King of the hill. The Mongol player is not clicking some coin or gold. Let's find some villagers there, throw some damage onto them, as well as some spear hits. Or just fall back and get an immediate spike of 3 villagers. Yep, that's still the same. You get inside the outpost there. Now we've got the silver tree. The trade post there is, well, spawned right next to them. So he knows where this trading post is. He knows this one's far too far forward, but you can always throw the silver tree in the corner here. There may be enough space there. Actually, there may not be enough space there. But if there's enough space, you can throw the silver tree there and get some good trading going on. Maybe wall off the area with an outpost. Does hold this village there. Archer does get some good damage. Doing a good job denying that gold. They can always go to this gold deposit here instead. Villager falling back does take a bit of damage. Spearman trying to charge down the archer. You can try using up the speed arrows on cooldown. And now he does fall back there. Spearman trying to get back inside the outpost so he can get that fully garrisoned. You may want to go for the Hardened Spearman research as soon as you can. Go retreat. Now fully complete. One's going good number of archers as well as spearmen. So maybe get some horsemen as well as archers of his own. He is going for Hardened Spearman, just make sure his existing spearman just a bit better. Gets some little extra health to work with, but one will go down. Right now he's fighting against only regular spearmen, not Hardened Spearmen. We have a pasture here. The pasture could repack up onto the OVO to get increased sheep collection or production. There now appears a Keshik's now being pulled on out. Very nice. The Mongol with Khan's now push way forward. We'll see a bit damage. Does throw out the Scouting Falcon. Could use a speed arrow to run away a little bit better. Wolf does get aggroed over here. Got a pair of Keshiks now pulled on out, pushing forward with the Khan. Over here, just a Hardened Spearman, does not take on the Archer. Now got a Battering Ram to blow up by the Ayyubids. Ayyubids, of course, like Absidency, does get out a free Improved Engineers. So he's able to get that Battering Ram out pretty quickly. And Battering Rams do cost only 200 wood rather than 250 wood. Keshik does go down there. Spearman 1 does go down. Hardened Spearman chases the Hardened Spearman. Got a Mongol Archer here, trying to push forward with these various forces. You probably eye for Mass Archer's own. He's against Ayyubid, which means they don't have any heavy in this age, heavy units. But going for Mass Archers, very reasonable. And Keshik's, a handful of Keshiks and mix on in wouldn't be half bad as well. Silver Tree now being built, or redeployed I should say, and probably can't get a deployment over there. This trade would be a lot less effective. You may want to get out a deer and some villagers over there, just start clicking up some that would free some space up. Archer's taking some damage there. Orange pushing forward with a sizable force. He's probably going to get some traders relatively soon. Yep, traders not being pulled in the field. They're still more expensive than the Ayyubid traders. Keshiks and Khan. There goes Khan. Does get a speed arrow on time. But the Keshiks will be falling back now. Wolf gained some bites there.
Gel. Би битэн. Үргэж дууссан. Би жарлаг хүлээнэ.
Торхог.
Wolf taking some bites there. More wooden walls going up there. More Keshiks here with him quite wounded. If he's able to just throw torches on some of these structures, that can help him quite a bit of health regen. There's a number of villagers here. Keshiks do not get any charge attack there. And he's going to retarget towards the archers there, trying to ward them out, gain some good damage and health regen with these Keshiks. Archers do fire a volley there, needs to fall back. Right now the Mongol player does have a smaller composition on the field. And now do you have wheelbarrow being researched? The improved wheelbarrow has been, well, improved in this patch, but still playing for 200 stone for +4 carrying capacities, not really that worth it. You could have just pushed up a nice even 20, but right now it is still a little bit weaker than the free benefits of the Holy Empire does receive. But very comparable at this moment in time. But still, 200 stone for +4 carrying capacity, it's not really worth it. Keshiks may get a good charge attack here. And the arrow, good. One more arrow from Khan will pick it off, but the scout does escape on out for now. Or, yep, mostly just wants to task the spearman to chase a scout to the ends of the earth, located right here. And also the scout will stay alive and will spot the silver tree. The trade route is relatively safe. There's only a little bit open ground here, though there's some natural expansion locations here for the Khan to set on up, such as these 2 gold deposits, golden berries, plenty of berries on this map. Scout does go down. Wheelbarrow now being researched by the Ayyubids. And we do have the Ayyubid has advanced to the next age. I'm assuming it's the cheaper, because I don't see the dervishes on the field. Keshiks gonna be torching down the outposts now. Get some damage here. Mongol archers straight forward, get some damage. He does not. He's starting to go with the Sultan's Mamelukes. And does get out some camel lancers all on the field. We'll debuff the Keshiks there. Got the arrow there and improve the attack speed of the archers for 5 seconds. Keshiks doing some good work there. All of the spearmen have gone down. Mongols archers are now falling back. Keshiks are basically dead, having 2 and 5 health remaining. Yeah, they're basically dead. Camel Lancers have plenty of health right now. The Mongol player just needs to fall back. He will lose some archers there, but buy him the time he needs. He needs our iron to age up himself. Does have a little bit of gold to work with, and needs more food to age up. Got another oval being redeployed out right there. This one has been completed. No research has been researched. Archer does go down there. Keshik's trying to charge way forward. Now he's going for the Kurultai. The Kurultai will, of course, gain good damage and health regen aura. We do have some Giloms on the field. Keshik's will do just fine for some archers versus archers. It's still not veteran archer research. The IB player is not eyeing to upgrade his archers. So this is going to be a relatively fair fight. The Mongol player does have more archers in the field. Now just the Giloms. Keshiks do have are here in good numbers. Should be able to do the Giloms, no problem. Now I got Sultan's bravery on this one. Keshiks do have still 3 melee armor and higher damage. The DPS or attack speed. Let's see. Have what? One's the charge attack, one's the extra attack speed. The Keshiks have a little bit slower attack speed, but of course a pretty good armor and damage as well as health. Camel Lance now being pursued by some spearmen. You can just keep a small contingent spearmen in each location. We're likely going to see some raids. You can all safe from the Camel Lancers. Veteran does go down there, and Camel Lance is heading up the hill now. We'll find all the deer. The deer have ruled over that hill for the past couple millennia, so Lancers have to show their respect to them. And it looks like there's a little bit of opening there for both players to traverse up and down that hill. Currently 5 traders on the field, so he does get extra little bit of food there, but the trade value on that caravan path is not good. Probably a good idea not to go for any more traders. Because that's just not a very valuable trade route right there. He needs to increase the distance there. Camel Lance is now trying to raid the trade. And there's no spearmen here on defense. Kurultai deployed on this region, so these village spearmen got a bit of health regen. Losing the traders? Well, we don't want to lose traders. It's still not a massive loss. Kesh is gating the Camel Lancers. Veteran spearman research almost complete. There they are. One of the Camel Lancers do go down. The Khan now taking some fire. Still some spearmen over here. We'll find another trader. And villagers here make a hit. Oh, the villagers managed to pin down a lancer and does shank that camel. Multiple stab wounds to its neck. Camel Lancer's falling him back. A veteran Keshik, veteran spearman, and veteran archers for the Mongols. Another dervish there trying to pick up the relic, but it will get annihilated. Looks like it does receive bonus damage from the spearman. Maybe not. It says relatable, classified as religious. Don't know if it's classified as cavalry. Looked like it may have did. Take the spearman bonus damage. Ibid Sonic going for a good number of crossbows now. And Orange has picked up 4 relics and has claimed 2 relics. It may stop this one from being captured on top. Got a number of Lancers and Giloms here. Crossbows are the answer for the Mongol player. He sees all the heavy, so gets out some crossbows to hit the heavy. Keshik's now charging way forward. We'll get some good damage there on those villagers. Now I just want to point out some Mangonels here, or at least some unique Mangonel, which I never know how to pronounce his name. Manjanki? Majanki? Niki? I have no idea. Outposts are going to get Torshan down, which will get a bit of raid bounties for the Mongol player. Kurultai has been redeployed right here. There's a good defensive location. These villagers or units are affected by the Kurultai now. Great for the archers, who right now do have 11 damage, so they can hit hard even versus the heavy units. Crossbows right now will be doing a lot more versus the heavy. Maganel does roll a miss there. If he gets improved Siege Engineers, he can perhaps pull out some Spring Golds quickly. Maganel does get hit there. Does just defense arrow, giving +2/+2 armor for a short amount of time. But he does not have the Whistling Arrow research. I believe Mongol players should go for more often. 12 seconds of +2/+2 armor will make it so it expire right about now. Crossbows are mostly annihilated for the Ayubid player. Mongol players doing a good job engaging. Archer and crossbows still engaging the various forces here. Some dervishes are also getting some healing on the front line. Has a couple spearmen mixed on in, but looks like Blue's going to get forced some back. The Kurultai needs to pack on up and just make his way up north. He does have access to some ore benefits, and now is probably the time he should decide to evacuate out of there. But good chance he won't be evacuated because he probably does not have to increase movement speed. Does get some damage there. Some areas units still affected by the Kurultai aura. All the Camel Lancers have gone down, just leaving some dervishes. Not torching down the Kurultai with a couple of units now. Maybe try to quickly boil out Battering Ram, help that out. This does give the Mongol player some time to regroup, rebuild. He may not be able to save the Kurultai. He does pack the Kurultai. Now he's trying to encircle it and entrap it. There we go, now it's trapped. And does also now have no range armor, so it does take full damage from the crossbows. And it probably would have been better if you kept it deployed out there. Does take out the villager. Kurultai is trying to do the auto deploy since it's now down. Which actually may stop the placement there of some of these walls. Caches have gone down. Blue's killed off 4 villagers. Orange only killed off 3. And those were probably all traders. We've got more traders on Plum View. 10. So now he has increased some wood income. He really should not go for many traders right now. It's definitely no more than 15. He does have some outposts here and improve there, or 8 outposts there improve the movement speed. So worth it to go for the outpost. That would just be a flat increase of what he currently has. He doesn't need many, just 2 more, and he'll probably have the entire region covered. So number of berries on the field. You now have the Phalanx research on the way. Has some other research. Going for a good number of crossbows. Not many Kiloms left on the field. Long player has a good number of crossbows and still going for archers. This oboe is almost depleted as well. Camel Lancers do find a couple of these traders. Does pull some of them back as well. Is going for a number of horsemen to help engage his opponent's archers, which now seem to be more crossbows, but they will get debuffed by the Camel Unease. The only reason why I think the Camel Unease needs to be reworked, it is just far too effective just to nerf cavalry armies. Maganel being put on there, looks like it does have now improved siege engineers. Jamin will receive some hits there. He does manage to claim only 1 relic. Or for Spring Gold as well, very nice. Though at this point in time, with our cast vision, we know it's not needed. And with the reworks of Spring Gold damage, it right now does, let's assume, nice and even at 90 damage. And with the, so no one does 100, now it does 90. The Maganel has increased range armor, so rather than taking 70 damage, it will take 80 damage per shot. It will actually take only 60 damage per shot, which is very, very different. So it takes 3 shots from Spring Gold to take out Maganel rather than 2 shots. But Spring Golds do also have 33% increased attack speed. Horsemen falling back, 1 Kesh in the group with the Khan as well. He has what like a spring gold. If he wants to one-shot a siege weapon, needs 3 spring golds now. Try and go for more mangonels there. Mongol there. Pretty a sizable force there that can easily get cleaned up. He will swap to both mangonels and spring golds. All this force will get annihilated. Try and go straight for the crossbows. Got a number of horsemen there. Horsemen will engage some of the spearmen. We'll be able to take out these individual units quite easily. Spearmen started going down there. Those crossbows will be picked on off. But now we've got a sizable army here, and he may lose all these pastures, and that's going to be quite expensive. Pastures are expensive. 150 gold for wood each. Let's get good volley there. Horsemen try to push up here. Those lose 1 pasture. 2 pastures now down. Got good number of archers and crossbows before. He has good number of horsemen as well as some spring golds. But of course the spring golds are pretty far away. Not really. Has no mangonels. Orange force making collapse on in. Mangonel does get a good volley there from the Mongols. Mongols does take another good hit there themselves. That mangonel hit was crap. Mangonel taking a hit there. Mangonel does go down. Horsemen charging before trying to deal with the other mangonel. Or the unique mangonel. Right there on the range force there. Does take us on the Mongol villagers. Crossbows getting overran by all the horsemen. Mangonel's getting some good hits on the spearmen, which actually is very important. Help keep his horsemen alive. Pulls back some of his horsemen to hit the other sets of crossbows. Orange's army was cleaned on up, but did take a bit. It did some damage there. Lancer charging forward. Spearman there. Horseman charging forward. Wouldn't did get spear brace. Mangonel rolled a really poor hit. Missed there. More pastures now being flown in the field. He has no economic tax at the moment. So as of right now, 1 pasture does support 3 villagers. Means he does have, or soon to have, 15 pastures, so that can support the 45 villagers. So, and he has 54 villagers on food. So some of them maybe on berries, but that's still not enough pastures right now. Some mangonels pulled out there. There is no, there may be a bit of traversable land right here, based on what we see on the minimap, but maybe not. I've not been really paying attention right there. But he has a good amount of siege weapons there, and a lot of not traversable ground. More spring golds being pulled up on the Mongol player, both sides getting out a very large number of spring golds.
لقد انتهى الأمر. لقد انتهى الأمر.
Got a good number of horsemen there. They may have opportunity to pick off one of the siege weapons. Does not. Spearmen do get a good volley there. Ooh, good went down. Spring golds engaging. Mangonels engage mangonels. Mongols just lost all of his mangonels. He'd have to make sure he just takes out his own siege weapons. Does take out each other's spring golds quite nicely. Mongol looks like we'll win the siege war, but there's quite a bit of spearmen still on the field for Orange. Horseman charging right forward, but the Mongol player needs to fall back. He just simply does not have a proper army against this composition. Going for more horsemen right now. The Mongol player has plenty of gold. Watch your eye for the Cognitive Palace at the moment. Ivids right now does have quite a bit of economic tax. And with the Golden Age, he does have quite a bit of resource income. He does have Golden Age tier 3. So right now with plus 10% income, plus his other resource income, he's about plus 40% income versus opponent when it comes to villagers, and his traders are not really worth a damn. So the Mongol player is going to get out-ecoed very, very easily. Let's use the arrow research there, or the ability there. Some of his villagers are getting hit there. A number of his own crossbows firing away. The Mongol horsemen are a good idea versus all those crossbows, that's for sure. Though they do have lack the armor to really engage the Gilov specialized versus lightly armored units. And how the IB to push players not push way forward. And blue does back the game now. This Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. I don't think there's actually more replays I can get from him, so let's go into another player. I always say that this name is a little bit too common, but I can always find him. Hidden? I do not know why this patch makes the main menu so laggy. 90 minutes, that should be pretty good. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Age of Empires 4 replays. One on the top right side as the orange Japanese with the Activius-1, aka Polici Corvi. Spawn on the bottom left side as the orange Mongols, we have Lucifero, capital N. We haven't cast a replay on this map before, and look at all this. 3 of the deer deposits spawned up here with a good amount of gold. This is a very important region I can see on the map. We of course got Boar here. I think the gear is just going around scouting. He's going to go for an early Boar. No, he decides not to go for an early Boar. Orange eyeing for some early walls. He's going to just lock down the region. Got a large stone deposit here. Is this also a large stone deposit? Yes, it is. Got barracks being pulled on out. Japanese players being hyper defensive. Are these waters traversable? I'm not familiar with this map, but on the map looks like that's deep water, not traversable water. So why did he wall that off? I do not know. Find the sheep first. He can always go for the tower a little bit later. Barracks is deployed on the field. Got the spearman there. He does spot the walls. Knows it's also not fully built wall segment there. And does not torch that wall in time. But we'll continue torching it. We've got the Kura storehouse not being put on the field. It's a bit congested, honestly. Go for an outpost here. I'm not sure the outpost, how much that outpost can cover there, but it looks like it'll get full coverage. But he's trying to build the outpost as soon as he can. On this side of the walls. That's maybe one reason why he went for the walls only for right here, just to protect this gold deposit. Very smart. Does get a good amount of villagers there to build out another outpost. This wall is soon to be set ablaze, but the outpost will go up. The silver tree is being deployed out. This outpost is deployed in the field. This covers the outpost, so if it gets the arrow slit, maybe it'll cover the gold deposit entirely. As of right now, it will not. Once he ages up, he can get the arrow slit going. He has plenty of gold and stone for it. Now that the arrow slit being researched by the Japanese players, silver tree is still being deployed in the field. There's only a single trade post here in the middle of the map. They will need to place a silver tree way over here to get any sort of value from it. This is a little bit too short. And also putting it right there, because I already mentioned beforehand, this seems a great spot for any play to expand into. So that it could help provide us some natural cover if he's able to have the trade route go right behind it right there. Let's get to Howard. Could go for the Takizu Zaiku. I can't speak foreign. Spearman could rush for to stab that scout. So that wall does burn down. Arrow slit can now be researched. Should be researched. Is being researched. Spearman chasing away the scout. On does take out a villager there. Very nice. And now the villager's gonna be shaking that man. That man has 3 health or 6 health remaining, so even the scout poses a threat to him. Arrow slit is almost complete, and I'm pretty sure that can help provide maximum coverage around that gold deposit. Oh, maybe not. Those are just out of range of the villagers, though this one may get hit there. Of course, he will win the outpost war, having 6 arrows versus just 1. And we do now have a pair of Keshks being pulled on the field. The orange has a good number of sheeple. Yellow does not have Mei sheep. I do believe the Mongol player should eye for a secondary town center of this region. He can always build one and ship it in. On does go down there to the Mass 10 center arrows. He does not have the Daimyo Manor just yet. Has a number of farms here. I would still say it's a good idea to bleed off 4 villagers and start collecting those farms. Farms and sheep do collect the same rate, and will help him serve his current sheep since the farms are free. Ooh, I have never seen this landmark deployed in multiplayer. Temple of Equality. Produces Buddhist monks. Contains unique Buddhist technologies. Buddhist monks provide support in combat by decreasing enemy damage with the Solhi Sutra, by enhancing damage of allies with Buddhist conversion. So more aura effects. You won't get free relics, but this is more of a combat focus rather than economic focused landmark. Allows the construction for 4 additional Buddhist temples. I'm presuming then you're maxed out the number of religious choices here. Let's see how it goes. I actually have never seen this deployed in multiplayer. Maybe it was buffed in the recent patch, I do not know. Or maybe the other option was nerfed, because honestly, free relics for a free gold generation was actually pretty good. It was able to provide, what, 300 gold per minute for free? Let's see, Religious Monk, I don't see any maximums. Let's see, Buddhist monks generate 25 gold every 60 seconds? So the monks themselves can provide gold every 25 gold per minute. Upgrades Buddhist conversion to Nahin Converger, which is 25% shorter cooldown, not the cast speed. Additionally improves nearby allied units' movement speed by 25%. So basically a WoG party from Dawn of War 3. That's probably a horrible reference. That's what I'm going with. And 5 Mountains Ministries. Buddhist temples can cast Soha Sutra on the nearby enemy for every 6 seconds. Not that important, honestly, that one. Don't know what Soha. Enhancing damage of all ally, decrease enemy damage. I don't see that's really that useful, but it does get some good hits there on the villagers. Does take out 4 of the villagers right there with the Keshks. Does take out some of those villagers there. See, Buddhist monk costs us 100 gold. So if this research, Buddhist monks will be free after 4 minutes and provides extra gold generation longer. I know the Japanese player is currently not deploying out has no military units whatsoever in the field. So not sure what he's eyeing. Does lose a Eshik there. By the stone. Japanese player does have 31 villagers, maintaining villager production. Silver Tree now advancing over here, eyeing for some trade now. I think it's relatively safe since his opponent is crowding space, which is good. Does have a pair of traders on the field. The local player can start eyeing the boom up with trade. Is very far from aging up, needs a lot more gold and food. Going for a heavy amount of stone here, but you can't get castles until the next age. So maybe just eyeing for the Daimyo Manor and then Palace and Shogunate Castle and all that sort. Guys is trying to charge his way forward. Does get charged through the walls. It looks like he is locked out of that region. He could probably throw some torches to start taking it out. And now we do have the Zen now being put on the field. In theory, this can be a very powerful long range. It's expensive initial. Going for some Buddhist monks now. Automatic reduces enemy attack damage. Conversions enhance friendly unit damage. So if they have relics in their hand, they could be better. Can still store relics in tempo quality. And now the Mongol players are going to rapidly seize those resources on the map, as I mentioned earlier. This Buddhist monk immediately gets a plus 25 gold, and that's just straight up free. We got the arrow deployment there, so the monk Khan himself can start firing. But we got the Buddhist monk here for healing. Soleil Sutra is a castable ability, not an auto cast ability. That can be a little bit difficult. So these guys are very micro-intensive, looks like. Unless, hopefully they have a right-click attack default ability setting, so they can just simply do it themselves. Maybe you can auto-task use it like the Blue Empire's prelates, Inspire Aura. Does collect a bit of stone there. Needs a bit more stone to the Shogunate Castle. He's just trying to... The Khan has a good angle there, just getting some arrows, but luckily the Buddhist monks can get some good healing. Buddhist... Another outpost there. Let's take a bit of time for those Buddhist monks to get value in return. And they still cost 1 population each. And more, like, at first, it seems like, oh, there's a mounted samurai there, very nice. The Mongol player is not going to go Kurultai, which can be very useful as well from outposts here. The Kurultai can help him establish a good siege camp here for his trebuchets and siege down his opponent's town center, as well as the Kurul storehouse and sneak some battery rounds from back. So maybe going for some the improved siege engineers, and so he can deploy out some traction trebuchets in the front line. And honestly, Mangonels wouldn't be half bad either. Mangonels are good for structures. And there's also a large number of stuff you can perhaps force down. It takes 7 trade bounties in order to make so the improved raid bounties research be worth it. Spearman pop out. Remember, there's still a Spearman on the inside of that. We've now got the improved siege engineers. The Mongol player has to advance to the next stage. He can claim the relics as well as take side of the map and then start assailing his opponent like that. More traders wouldn't be half bad either. Mongol has a large amount of stuff he can do at the moment. So, and his opponent is crowded into his base, and he can just maintain the contain. He'll be just fine. There's a sizable army here. More outposts going on up. Very nice. And with all the deer on the map. Maybe I should war for this point in time to go with improved survival techniques. But honestly, most improved research are just not very useful. 100 sewed for plus 5% gathering rate? Eh. I should really make a video saying how I would change the Mongols, how to rework. Because I think their improved research system just needs to be completely reworked, among a couple other things. Because most of it is just simply not worth it. The initial economic texts are actually pretty good, but after that, they're really not useful. Like, all their stone improved research is just overpriced. That's why people just spam out the units themselves. Got a good hit there. Takes out the farmhouse, is now set ablaze. He does have the improved siege engineers, which is a good improved research. Kurultai. Anyone in this region would be very useful. He can actually deploy in a situation where it's actually caused a massive choke point. But there it goes. I would recommend go from some improved Mangonels. The Japanese player is now at pop cap. Oh, howdy! I just saw your Rumble comment. My apologies. My Rumble stream down? Looks like it got stuck on my computer. I'll worry about that later. Villager taking some hits there. Now, farmhouse does get set ablaze. And these villagers are getting hit, but he does have a good number of Zen monks here, Buddhist monks, which are providing gold generation as well. I didn't realize. Now I realize the you can get up to 4 of the Buddhist temples, so you can get some massive production of those monks. Gotta figure out some sort of ratio which would be good in deployment of samurai compared to farmers. If you figure that ratio, that's probably, you can just worry about just spamming them out. That rice field is a little bit on fire. That farmhouse, the farm does go down. Traction trebuchets way forward. Got a number of spring golds here, very nice. I think some Mangonels will be useful. And Buddhist monks on the field. He's going for the farmhouse. He's eyeing for the raid bounties first. It also denies some economic, does economic damage by denying the economy. And there's more Buddhist temples here. He's going for some of the Onobushigas. As a Shogunate Castle does have 10,000 health, so it will take a bit of time for that to go down. More traction trebuchets will be very useful. Going for Yam Network wouldn't be half bad for the movement of the spearmen. Another traction trebuchet being built, very nice. I still say he's getting out some more Mangonels. That way, if his opponent advances forward of a force, he can annihilate it with a nice little choke point. Oh, gear. And this is why I hate the gears. They are not very fun to move around. We got a gear sort of stuck right here. And needs to be retasked. He may not be aware of it, so his food income will be hit pretty hard, actually. See, OVO, so providing stones, that was improved. That was 2,400 OVO. Kurultai has been repacked over here. Gear have not been noticed. Nor likely he will realize that anytime soon. There you go, the OVO or the gear has been fixed. Yam Network being researched. Let's see, how many traders does he have? Does only have 6 at the moment, could go for more. Right now they're providing a good amount of gold as was a bit of the resources. And now, oh, some of these spearmen goes the wrong way. And this area is very, very choky. Spring Gall engagement does take out the Spring Galls. Spring Galls can still two-shot other Spring Galls. The damage changes in Spring Galls. Oh, take 3 shots to take on Mangonel. There goes a lumber camp now. Lumber camp goes down. Looks like Orange does manage to steal some relics on the map. Has a nice amount of outposts in the region. I wonder if he has the improved raid bounties. He does not have improved raid bounties. Maybe one of the few times where I would say would have been useful. Though I didn't imagine the game would go like this. Please don't tell me the Zen Monk's rituals can stack. There's the ritual there. Here comes the movement speed. Now got a massive engagement. Didn't wait around for the movement. Traction trebuchets just want to back off the time frame. Zen monks are here. They're pushing forward. They're going to have good health regen. That one Zen monk does go down. Choke point very, very tight right here. The Mongol player is lacking range. So does the samurai, the Japanese player. Does have a good amount of healing here, so the healing will be quite good. Does poke up another relic there. Could go for conversion ritual. This could be a very, very nasty conversion. Mongol play. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, does pick it off there. I think he's using spring balls to snipe the monks. Does pull back there. I don't think it lost anything right there. Or got anything converted. Outpost does go down. He does have a counterweight trebuchet engaged in the various outposts. There's still a good number of monks here. We'll take a bit of time to clean everything up. They have activated the Sorry Soldier, so it's that Raven auto-cast ability. And now the monks are going completely surrounded. Oh, it's actually been a while since last seen a Japanese trebuchet. Going for Mangonel now. And actually Orange looks like maybe pulling out ahead. Does have another crossbows here. Some of them have damage reduction. Onobushigas, of course, still have very good damage. Crossbows need to focus on the Onobushigas. Landmark victory. The first storehouse has gone down. Got a couple crossbows here. Traction trebuchets receiving some damage. And focus down the Onobushiga. They're here in small numbers. Does save one of the traction trebuchets. The Mongol player has no villagers on food. He's completely out of food. There's some berries on the map for him to utilize. There we go. He's going for these berries here. Deer and berries still untouched over here. There's some still berries here. He's eaten all the deer. He's eyeing for some. Oh, he has plenty of wood for pastures. Be a good idea to send task, say, a whole bunch of villagers onto pastures. The Mongol player really neglected his food income, that's for sure. But I do think the Mongol player should just spam out a good number of pastures. Trebuchet engage the outpost. Trebuchet does get hit there on the counterweight Trebuchet. And some gold deposits over here for either player to claim. I think the Japanese player is just eyeing for mass monk for gold income. The Japanese player also has quite a bit of wood stored up as well. Yeah, I would say both players' compositions are interesting, but I do think both players should have gotten more range forces because this is just big choke points. Neither side got any sort of like range and barring some siege weapon stuff. Not even Mangonels for siege weapon stuff. Speaking of which, we got more spring gulls being blown them out. The Mongol player does have 6 minutes remaining for a Sacred Side victory. We've got the Shaman healing up the Trader. I'm still surprised that Orange claimed 2 relics. Another spring gulls being blown up by the Mongol player. That's one way to kill villagers. That would be spring golds. I don't think spring gold is supposed to be anti-villager tool, honestly. The storehouse has been repaired. Or for more farms over here, has plenty of wood. And I do have the Shogunate Castle. There goes that Keshik. Arrow's being cleaned up here. Got a gear to be cancelled. Very much being cleaned up here. Does have a prayer tent there. Can always get the monistic shrines next age for improving the pastures. I still believe the Cognate Palace is the better landmark to age up with from the White Stupa. Japanese player. It's too dangerous to go for the trader one for the Toshima Castle, so it's probably best to go with the Tenshima Gunsmith. I don't know how to remember the exact name for all that. Oh, there's some Onabashigas. Keshik does spot all this. It does have 6 armor, which is good for the high DPS of the Onabashigas. Shaman will go down. Villagers are here, and Japanese or the Mongol players a little bit exposed there. Doesn't have a whole lot of Keshiks to rapidly spawn this forest. We'll lose a good number of villagers here. Somehow the good villagers there going down there. Crossbows now moving down there to spawn. Spring also being pulled out. We've got the Kura storehouse going down again. Traction trip trace pushing forward. He's out farmhouse there. Let's see, the new health arrangement when it comes to Spring Gulls traction trip trace. We do have 150 health, 30 range armor. In other words, looks like which these guys will do 6 damage each. And so it'll still get the traction trap chase will still get 3-shotted. Oh, I am curious about the counterweight trebuchet. That's a Magano. He lost the counterweight trebuchet. More fights up here. Spring Gulls push forward among everything else. Got some Mongol man at arms. Keshik does get ripped apart there. Mongol player has gone for way too much in crossbows, in my opinion. Regular archers have been a bit better. And this, he still has his opponent locked into a pretty nice choke point. More Mangonels wouldn't hurt. We got soon to be 8 Spring Gulls. Okay. All 6 sides still captured by the Mongol player, so 3 minutes, 30 seconds remain. We've got a good number of Bannermans, the crossbows will annihilate them. Spring Gulls engaging Spring Gulls. Mongol had a certain number of Spring Gulls, so it'll be just fine. Mangonels gains hits there onto the Pearl Tie. Alright, conversion ritual there. Crossbows here in good number, while they're not a direct counter to the Onabashigas, they do have decent damage, especially nearby Kurultai. Make them hit much, much harder. We now got the attack speed arrow, which will greatly help out the crossbows. You may have the improved whistling arrows, because that's the last thing for note that already has worn off. Got a conversion ritual there. Although Onabashiga's getting focused down, they're getting hit pretty hard. He does take out some of the traction trebuchets. And the Japanese player does back the game. What a weird game. And I disagree with both players' composition pretty badly. Either way, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And I do need to use the restroom once again. Give me one moment. My apologies. My apologies. I am bad. Plus, I sort of want to fix the rumble where it's not playing. I can see my other computer, it is properly playing, but not this computer. Okay, there we go. Now that's fixed, I think. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. Let's see now. That's the one I just did. 13 minutes, a little bit short. Definitely too short. Ah, this laggy menu is really bugging the crap out of me. Of base the bare minimum length of that one. I do not like mirror matchups. Let's just find another person. 20 minutes, I'm not in the mood for 20 minutes. If I strike out and finding other replays, I'm... What I meant to do? That's what I meant to highlight. And hidden. Laggy menu hurts really bad. This one's a custom map, so we may want to avoid it. 21 minutes. Well, I could do that one, but the custom map is a little bit concerning. Also, maybe a series between these two players. Let's just find a decent length one between these two. Oh, this one's good. 36 minutes. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another HPowers 4 replay. Spawn on top right side as the blue Ayubids with blue par. Spawn bottom left side as the orange Jelly Sultan of L Louis MT. I'm just glad that the person named Blue Par is in blue. Good. Either way, when it comes to map layout this time around, we do have deer a little bit up here, a little bit exposed, but over here got quite a bit of deer next to some gold. And we do have boar here, but Deli Sultan can't collect up boar. He does have some berries up here as well, so it's a good expansion location. Large amount of gold and stone and food, as well as wood. All the resources you want. Two stone deposits close to each other here, and got some various other stone gold here. Not that important. Though Deli Sultan can't get out Village Fortress to make your keeps cheaper in stone cost, so that could be useful for mass expansion. The Ayubid player is stone gold over here, more berries and gold next to each other. Boar over here, but of course he's also Islamic, so no eating boar. Goomba shall be safe today. Deer a bit exposed like his opponent's counterpart, and this deer deposit all over in the corner. These deer from the four corners of the earth, and they shall claim dominion of this land. Of course, this research here has not been fixed, and we do have the Military Wing Master Smith being researched. I don't think I've ever seen this one actually being researched by a player. Let's just slow down the game so we can read the description. Constructs Military Wing. The blacksmith's damage and armor Oh wait, no, this is one I have done, but not usually this early. Blacksmith armor and damage research is automatically upon entering an age. Those of other ages must still be researched as normal. This, you may not need a blacksmith immediately for this. If that is the case, he will immediately get his blacksmith research in this age, which means you're probably going to be eyeing for the aggression if he's doing this. His opponent, the Deadly Sona, is of course going with Tower of Victory. Both the Deadly Sona's Age 2 landmarks are pretty good. I personally think Tower of Victory is much better than the other one, but I've seen a lot of people actually prefer the other one for just cheaper scholars. That's probably because I view the stats as opposed to the effects of the scholars to get the free research going a little bit better. But either way, this will of course give his infantry plus 20% attack speed. Now got the stable going on up. He has, looks like he still needs to construct a blacksmith to get that first round of research for free. So that it does answer that question. And there's a blacksmith. He may be eyeing for Desert Raider. That's maybe what he's going to try to eye, because I don't think Horseman with blacksmith research is anything too special, though that would make his horseman do 10 damage, so would 5-shot villagers, but then 6-shotting them. Actually, it would take 7 no, it would take 6 shots. Either way, there's all his initial blacksmith research. Wheelbarrow also been researched as well. His scout now has 2 damage. He has double damage. That's clearly overpowered, right? Double damage immediately upon getting the blacksmith. Either way, we do now have this stable going up. His one will have access to Ghazi Raiders, a horseman that hits harder and slower with a little of extra health and a little bit more expense. Let's see now. We do see some Desert Raiders being put on a field. Desert Raiders are hard to counter those Ghazi Raiders pretty good. They would do 17 damage per attack, though they are classified as range, so Ghazi Raiders as well as Horsemen would do their range, anti-range damage to them, so we do 24 damage minus the 20% damage aura, so that will either do 22 or 21. Not so sure which one it would be. Do fractional? Well, it does actually do fractional damage. Either way, Desert Raiders do have also quite a bit of melee armor as well, so they can basically withstand half the bonus damage from the various horsemen. Ghazi Raider will get some damage there. Some of these villagers are getting bopped in the head by a mace. I got 2 Ghazi Raiders here, as well as a scout. The scout's bonus damage or damage is also reduced by 20%. So it makes his scout even more powerful than double damage in comparison, right? We have an archer here, Desert Raiders. While they do have really high melee armor, they do also have basically no range armor, but he did get his free range armor research, so he does have a timing window of effect. It also gives him his arrow attack plus 1 damage. There's a good number of Ghazi Raiders pulled in the field. We do have 3 Desert Raiders. They can quickly take out a Ghazi Raider there in 3 shots. Does lose one of his Desert Raiders. You can switch the bow and arrow mode to finish off this guy. No, he did not. Not quick enough in the draw. And these Ghazi Raiders are apparently quite visible. Oh, so he can pull back and perhaps take them to a scholar to get healed up. Remember, he does have scholars in this age, so he does have extra medics. Desert Raider down to 1 health now. Scout does take some fire. Seeing the Ghazi Raiders get left behind with 5 health, it may not actually be... The increased damage may not be that useful. The increased armor may be... affects the visibility. Because right now the Ghazi Raiders are doing 12 damage. Minus 6. Then plus 12. No. So right now they're doing 22 damage. Minus 6. Which will put him at 16 damage. And which Desert Raiders do have 120 health. Yeah, I can't make the. I'm not very good dividing 120 by 16. So it may reduce the damage received with the extra armor. Maybe not. It may actually does. We got a good number of Desert Raiders in the field. The bow damage will definitely get improved. His opponent is going for range armor. It already has melee damage already researched. It says he went for melee damage first. Maybe it is the visible. And his opponent already knows that as well. Desert Raiders moving around the high ground, eyeing to engage. Orska's got a little bit of walls there, deployed up probably by the archers. I hear more Desert Raiders being deployed on the field. Very exposed villagers. Does take out a villager there with arrows. Does get some good hits there. One villager remains with 1 health. Ghazi Raider taking some damage. More walls being plotted there with a local doggo demanding head pats. Ghazi Raiders, ooh, gets a great entrapment there on some of the villagers. What, 5 villagers will go down? Orange now kill off 6 villagers. 7 villagers. Ooh, that is a big grab there by Orange. And Orange right now does have more villagers, but not divisible by 7. He lost 2 of his own, so divisible by 5. Or not divisible by, difference by 5, which does add up. And may grab himself another villager, does not grab himself another villager. Ghazi Raider does go down, but these... Not Ghazi Raider, Desert Raider does go down there. These Desert Raiders gain some damage on these various archers. Desert Raiders are taking some damage. So is that Scout. We do have these Desert Raiders taking out some of these archers. The health is 120, so they can brawl with archers relatively fine. Scholar does go down there, and the Desert Raiders going to be falling back trying to avoid the Ghazi Raiders. It has only 6 Desert Raiders on the field, 2 more on the way. His opponent has a good number of archers and Ghazi Raiders. Over here, the Desert Raiders taking some damage. Good. Run around and fight, but taking too much damage there from the archers. Second side being captured on up, Desert Raiders falling back. Don't see an age up, we do see Golden Age Tier 1. And something as well, since he went for the free blacksmith research, he does not have access to military ring reinforcements, so he would not get the trickle of Desert Raiders in the future. Desert Raider does, all those Desert Raiders do go down. Blue may just want to hold back the Desert Raiders. Orange's been doing a good job engaging the Desert Raiders. And there goes another Desert Raider. Got 6 of them here, which is quite a good number. Orange will soon have access to professional scouts. Desert Raiders trying to push their way forward to torch down some of these palisade walls. Now got this Desert Raider taking some damage there from the Ghazi Raider. And the Ghazi Raider does win out. One of those moments where I gotta cut my finger and I didn't realize I got a cut. Compound Defender now going up for the Deadly Sultan. The Ayyubid player is not aging up at the moment. Got some more torches being thrown on in. Wall does go down there. Granted, the Deadly Sultan player aging up doesn't really mean all too much. It'll be a bit of time before I can actually make benefits of the age up. He could go for crossbows, but not going to be useful in this situation. He's not fighting against heavy. You can go for man-at-arms, which will be okay. Going for lancers could be useful, but against all these desert raiders, maybe not. Compound Defender will allow him to collect, build keeps for cheaper. Wall does go down there. So no age up here. Now I got some horsemen, regular horsemen now being pulled up by the Ayyubid. Does get one of those soldiers there. The Desert Raiders here in good numbers. Does get a good volley. Force the Gazi Raiders push forward. And push his way forward. Lets the horsemen go and try to engage the Gazi Raiders. More horsemen being streamed on in. He's really pumping out these horsemen. Got a conversion ritual right there. Blue's not responding properly. Does not lose anything to it, but does take some free damage thanks to it. Desert Raider now engages some of these villagers. More horsemen charging the way forward. Gazi Raiders are simply getting overwhelmed by the Desert Raiders. He does sneak out some spearmen. He's going for some lancers. Another Wooloo over here. They grab himself a horseman. He does grab himself a horseman there. I can see it right here. Who's really pushing forward for all of these horsemen and raiders. He really just needs spearmen. So I'll fall back there. Looks like almost all of the Desert Raiders are down. In fact, all those Desert Raiders are now down, barring some up here. Oh, lost a good number of villagers up here. The Lancer can get some good work done, but now we've got a Desert Raider mix on in. Lancers here in small numbers. Now we've got a Barracks here. The Hardened Spearman research will take a bit of time to actually get research. You may not have to deal with regular spearmen, not even hardened spearmen. Blue's trying to fall back there. Lancers just fall back. Pull off the production of the archers. More archer ranges here. He is not going to age up anytime soon. Deadly Sultan player has quite a bit of gold stored up. Probably thanks to those sacred sites mostly. And a good number of villagers going down once again. Blue's doing a great job killing off Orange's villagers, that's for sure. Orange at this current rate is going for Village Fortress. You may want to heavily eye to capture the stone in order to get out those as additional town centers. Trying to go for a keep here. Too many units in that region. I would say deploy a keep next to a stone and just use and start collecting all the stone for more keeps, for more villagers. And also provide a decent defense point there. Going for a keep, very defensive keep next to his primary town center. Scholar has a conversion ritual available. Oh no. Oh. He does pull back everything in time. Villagers sneak inside the town center. Does mostly get inside the town center. Conversion ritual. Alright, folks, that Scholar down. Does get the kill there. Scholar got some spearman mix on in. Try and go for the keep once again. Does get inside the town center once again. He's losing more and more villagers. Scholar throwing the relic inside. Does get a relic in. Pick that up. Does get inside there. No, does not. And the keeps town center does get some good damage there. And the rest of these forces are falling back. Another relic still here. The orange could have 4 relics quite easily, and the 5th relic's right there. Pushing down the mill. Spring gold upgrade as well. On this deposit, there's another 300 stone. And of course, the stone deposit has plenty more. Also, seeing up the stone deposit well, he realized he has to build a good number of keeps to get additional villagers. He's going for mass spearmen, which is very good. His opponent only has 4 archers at the moment. compound defender is taking some fire. Probably will not deny the village fortress research. If he denies this, that's actually very, very important. I don't think he will. At least one of these players trying to go for more spearmen. He needs more barracks. He is going straight for the hardened spearman, veteran spearman research, but he needs to save compound defender. He absolutely needs to save that. But then again, wait, the research is carried over between structures, right? It's paused. If it does go down, in theory, he can build it from this other keep. It doesn't get that research there. Another wool up here. I thought these like keep research. Maybe these are just technically classified as university research. Denying the village fortress upgrade is very important. It has another 26 seconds, but I don't think he's going to get that completed in time. Oh, yeah, it does get transferred over. So he needs to resume it there in the village fort, at this keep. Or he has it maybe resume it. Doesn't say he can resume it. The villager's getting hit once again. Oof. Reversion ritual there. And looks like a bid player has advanced to age 3. They'll say can't resume it. Maybe I'm just going crazy how that all works. Not accessible. I think maybe because he didn't cancel it, he can't resume it. So he needs to really get the compound defender rebuilt so he can get that research going because he needs that for additional village production. We've got another keep being pulled out here. Oh, he has a keep over here. Okay, he hasn't resumed summer. Okay, gotta complete it. So maybe it was just caster vision observation mode being stupid. Either way, he does have multiple keeps not going up. He should be able to explode in village production if he can maintain his food income. So right now he's having trouble with that. He's having trouble maintaining the front line. Villagers. Some of these villagers may go down. He needs to get inside the keep in the town center. As blacksmith research will improve his aerial research. Right now it's 41 to 61 villagers, so we got a 50% village advantage for blue. And the archer's getting some good damage here. Of course, he has this keep here. These are not building villagers at the moment because he's simply just lacking food for him. No, he does have food right now. Got this keep built. It's down a large number of villagers, but now he has keeps everywhere. He has 4 village queues now active versus opponent's just 1, so he can quickly even this out. He sees into the last of these berries, which is a bit of a problem, and this area is very exposed, and there's nowhere for these villagers to run off to. He needs perhaps breakthrough over here. He's denying this gold deposit, but he's claiming this gold deposit. And there's 19 villagers, half of those villagers are right there as well. So if blue is able to hit that area, that's very important. He's advancing through this region. He did get, I think that was economic wing growth he got. But that was the wood rebate. Give it the wood rebate. Scholar's trying to claim the last of the relics on the map. Scholar will likely go down. Assault that and assault there. Now we got some forces over here. He needs a barracks with some spearmen to keep this area safe. Scholar will be picked off there a little bit foolishly. Got 2 battery rams here. The villagers can torch on the battery rams. And arms will be useful, and spearmen as well as archers. Right now his opponent is going for lancers and archers. Going for a Mangonel now. Or the unique Mangonel, I should say. We got 4 battery rams here. Stone's mostly C's down here, halfway C's. Does pick off the archers. Villagers with torching down the battery rams now. Does ward them away. Bring forward his other units. And there goes one battery ram. Quick inside the keep. Does get inside the keep there, which will annihilate these units. Does get units inside some of these battery rams. Try and push way forward. And to keep acing out those archers there, and the rest of the battery rams will go down. He does have Spring Gold upgrade there, so he does now can match the range of a Mangonel. That keeps not building up villagers. This Townsend's not building up villagers, so he's not getting enough villager queues going. Well, a little bit hard, honestly. More keeps going on up. He's greatly even out the villager numbers. Orange now going behind to claim some sacred sites on the field. We got a force of 20 versus 24. Values in favor of Orange. Somehow. Why the Scholar's inflating it. Mangonel's there, a handful of other resources over here. Villagers have been spotted. And there's 8 villagers there. Mechanic taking some fire. Got some other resources being claimed on up. Villagers charging forward with torches, trying to torch down the trebuchets. Not a whole lot of defenses here to kill off the villagers. This game's just went from strange to crazy. That trebuchet does go down, and that trebuchet does go down as well. And needs to pull back the villagers away from the siege workshop. These villagers are unable to repair up the smoldering wreckage of those trebuchets. Number of battery rams now being pulled up by blue. Going to push his opponent through here. 1-6 cycle captured from both players. Orange has claimed every single relic. Orange's resources are very minimal. Blue, a little bit more, but still minimal. Outpost does go down. Orange has a small force up here somehow. Blue's trying to seize up his opponent's berries. Okay. This game's already going crazy. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Compound Defender, not been rebuilt. We do now have the moss going for more scholars. Villager count has been evened out. Blue has a massive number of battery rams. Orange needs more of a defense force to deal with it. Ivans have crossbows, archers, and camel lancers. So archer spearmen would be good for the Delhi Sultanate. He does have a Mangonel on the field, which is also good. Not large on anything else. Since Orange's value is higher, I think that's inflated by the Mangonel and Spring Golds. Let's get some damage there. He is lacking sort of any real army on the field. Camel Lance is trying to charge their way forward. Does got one of the units. The charges connect on the Mangonel. Villagers make it caught. Scholar trying to push it forward with a relic. Spring Gold's starting to go down. Scholar goes down. Gonna get the conversion ritual off. We still got a good number of Spring Golds here. Blue will pick out a keep. Got some torch action over there. This keep has gone down. Villagers are escaping. Do break on through. They could try eyeing for more stone. Looks like they're eyeing for more wood. And Blue's gonna fall back there. This game's just gone really crazy. I have no idea what to make of it right now. Orange could try to reclaim this area up there. There's still plenty of deer, berries, gold. Quite a bit of resources up there from the plain. Good idea for this stone deposit to get more keeps. See the Ibid. Is he aging up? No, he's not. Maybe a good idea to go for culturing advancement. Don't know. At least on this composition, just simply scholars and springalds. Okay, this game is just going crazy. And it's sort of stupid. Like, where's the rest of his army? Why is he not doing more? Things well, going for more stone means he's not collecting up other resources to deploy out the units. Does have a good number of farms on the field. That's to help him with his food issues for a time frame. A very good number of farms. So it'd be a good idea to help put a keep up here to help claim the gold. There's quite a bit of gold up there. He did not seize a whole lot of gold there. Mostly stole the food and wood. Proxy barracks. Okay. And these guys gonna be sent to the gold mine. Okay. Who has quite a bit of siege weapons here, including 2 Mangonels, 2 trebuchets, and a good number of battering rams. Does have all 5 relics orange, so he does have good gold income from that. If he ages up, he can get out Tithe Barn, but he's going to be very far from aging up. Got some various horsemen upload him out, veteran horsemen. Trebuchet's pushing way forward. He has destroyed 1 landmark. The last 2 remaining landmarks are here and here. No, don't hit the keep. Actually hit the landmarks. Because he's can do Annihilation victory relatively soon. Orange has a couple springalds before. Got a good number of horsemen here, but there's a number of spearmen for defense as well as a bit of choke point. Mangonel does get okay hit there. Scholar does go down. Horseman seeing some good damage there. Good Mangonel Shroud there. Horseman charging way forward. Get some good hits there on those horses. Keep firing away. Another Mangonel blown up by Orange, which can be very useful. Orange also has held. Trebuchet is still engaging the keep, and Orange should be go for the kill, I would say. Go for victory. Battery ram's not pushing way forward. Does get some damage there. Horseman charging way forward. Crossbows pushing way forward. Does get some damage on the horseman. Battery ram's going to be hitting the barracks. I really think they really should have been focused on Tower of Victory in the town center. Those battery rams could have pushed forward and hit the Tower of Victory no problem. And probably would have got destroyed and let the trebuchets hit the town center. So I would say big misplay there by Blue. Mangonel does get a hit there. Orange now has more villagers than opponents right now. Does get some damage there. Trebuchet's now taking some hits. Springalds start getting hit over here. Blue does have a horseman. His opponent's very vulnerable to horsemen. He does have some spearmen for defense, but not the one. 7, 6, now 8 on the field. That one does go down to the camel lancers. Looks like all the siege weapons are dead for both sides, bar 1 trebuchet. More reinforcements now being put on the field. Up here, we do have an outpost blown by Blue, getting hit by an orange keep. He's trying to go and collect his resources. This gold deposit is now nice and safe. Highway Trebuchet now seeing some damage. Up here, we do now have the forces engaged by some mana-arms somehow are there. Wait, there's a proxy barracks and quadruple outpost? Why? Game's gone weird. Maganel does get some hits there. Going for the keep still. Blue right now has a good amount of resources in reserve. Not going to age up, so got some mana arms over here. Mass outpost. Horseman charging way forward, so one or a couple of spearmen remaining. Trying to hit over on that Maganel. We'll put the Maganel there. Lucio has some archers here. Trebuchet now getting hit there. Horseman charging way forward to hit that Ghazi Raider, which is being debuffed thanks to nearby Dervish. Up here, wood being claimed, gold not being claimed. Here is being claimed, and more filters up here to the gold mine. Keep under fire once again. Ghazi Raider taking some damage. Spearmen and men-at-arms pushing the way forward, trying to get some damage. Horsemen trying to charge their way forward with more spearmen in tow. Ghazi Raiders are getting hit by the archers, which is not exactly great for the archers. They focus on those spearmen. His own horseman charge way forward, got some cross from the back line. Dervish getting some AoE healing. Trebuchet have gone down. Spearman pushing way forward. Looks like Orange will break through. But it's becoming a bit more feeder quickly. I have no idea who's actually going to win the fight. And it looks like Blue backs out of the game entirely. Oh, what a great comeback there by Orange. This I'm great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And that will be my last replay tonight. I'm getting a bit tired right now. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get